The entire Fortnite storyline explained in 10 minutes.
This orb of energy right here is called the 0 point. Rather than a character or a group, the story not only revolves around this, but also started it. Yes, it is so powerful that it caused the Big Bang, creating the universe, life, and a small little island we know as Reality Zero. You see, the 0 point is so powerful, it needs constant protection from anyone trying to control it for themselves. So it created the Fortnite Island.
Dude, I forgot about all that. I forgot about all that's happened with the 0 point.
Effectively creating a loop. Fast forward billions of years, and an organization known as the Imagine Order somehow manages to do exactly that. This group, set up by a mysterious being named Geno, uses its power to take control of the storm and build a huge headquarters between both islands.
Dude, I forgot about that.
Bridge. They begin
I forgot about all
this. To teleport to other realities, kidnapping random people and trapping them in this loop. Here they're forced to participate in a constant battle royale that resets every 22 minutes, and the best warriors are recruited by the Imagined Order. For thousands of years, the IO has done this without any option, but someone steps up to the challenge. A group of vigilantes emerge, dedicated to taking down the Order and freeing the 0 point. They're led by the Foundation, a strong and intelligent brute, and joining him is the Visitor and the Scientist, who explore and analyze hundreds of worlds. The Paradigm is their pilot and engineer who follows the plans of the Origin, their tactician. The group is completed by the Imagined and the Order, two sisters who are rumored to be the daughters of Geno. They create the Seven and take an oath to destroy the Imagined Order for good, but the IO has bigger problems. Over the years, the 0 point's energy attracts dangerous creatures. Mysterious beings like a purple cube appear, trying to get the 0 point by destroying the island. Others are much closer to home, with a shard of a nearby planet crashing into the ocean.
Dude, I forgot about that.
King and a creature that was growing in his dungeon. With this monster about to break free, the Imagined Order turns to the Paradigm, and after striking a deal with her, she joins the IO under a new name, Singularity.
I don't even think I remember.
A huge robot to fight off the monster, resulting in the final showdown. She struggles to
defeat that event was sick.
To use the 0 point to finally take it down, but her job wasn't done. While the island was saved, she decides to investigate where this monster came from and disappears into space. With the 0 point exposed and breaking down fast, the Imagined Order doesn't understand how to fix it, so the Seven steps in. They basically say, have you tried turning it off and turning it on again using a couple rockets? And it works, resetting the island and healing the 0 point.
Oh my god, so that's how it happened. I didn't get that
in the Imagined Order's Doomsday Division, an engineer named Midas is beginning to question
Chapter
his
2,
work.
baby!
The loop isn't ethical, and he wants to destroy it from the inside. Alongside his daughter Jules, he works on a device that will push back the storm and sabotage the IO's plans. When his machine is finally finished and the countdown hits 0, Midas's plan works. The storm is defeated, and for a moment, everything is peaceful. I mean, well, besides the Imagined Order's headquarters, who are scrambling to stop it. Here we're introduced to John Jones, a field agent who has spent his whole life working for the IO. For years, he's traveled onto the island to study the loopers, leaving behind a snapshot of himself with each journey. You see, every time someone leaves this loop, it creates a version of themselves that remains, and that is why you see so many variations of someone. So Jones is tasked with stopping Midas's plan, and with the storm pushed back, he had given up hope, until it did something extraordinary. It fought back. The water between the islands rose, creating a wall.
Oh my god, that was so bad. Like, playing with that was so bad.
Sinks back down to a normal level, we're already fighting off more villains who are trying to get the 0 point, and this leaves it exposed once again. While the Imagined Order works on a way to fix this, they don't want anyone jumping into the 0 point and returning home. So one of the IO's leaders, Dr. Sloan, gives Agent Jones a new mission. He has to recruit the galaxy's best bounty hunters to stop anyone from escaping the loop. So throughout the next few months, Jones travels through 88 different realities. And by the time he finishes his job, he learns the IO didn't do theirs. The 0 point is on the brink of imploding again, so he begs Dr. Sloan to do something, but she doesn't listen. Sloan is dedicated to solving the problem herself rather than admitting they need the Seven's help again. Jones realizes that there's no time to waste. The 0 point is literally minutes away from destroying reality.
Now get out of there!
I'm gonna do what we should have done from the very start. I'm going to the 7.
And so he summons the Foundation and asks for his help to contain the 0 point. In return, he promises to help him get to the mysterious Geno, and the Foundation agrees, but it's already too late to save the 0 point, and the only option is to contain the blast. He creates a tower of stone around the 0 point and seals himself inside. The sacrifice pays off and saves reality, but no time to celebrate. Agent Jones is arrested.
So that's what happened to him, okay.
And the Foundation is trapped inside the spire.
Okay, so is the Foundation still trapped then?
Small UFOs begin to appear around the island, abducting loopers, running experiments, leaving behind crop circles, and more. But by the time the Imaginotor notices, the Chimera have already arrived. They obliterate the Spire, and we watch the Foundation seemingly fall to his death. Dr. Sloan needs to react fast, so she sets up a command center named Corny Complex to come up with a plan. This is where Sloan begins work on Operation Skyfire, a way to take down the mothership and save Reality Zero for good. She notices that the aliens are abducting nearby towns and decides this is the perfect opportunity to set up an ambush. She purposely leaks the location of Corny Complex to the enemy, plants dozens of bombs into the ground.
Dude, I didn't even know that was why.
The aliens fall right into her trap. They abduct the base and all of the bombs underneath into the mothership, but Operation Skyfire won't work without the help of the loopers, so Sloan sends us into the mothership to make sure everything goes smoothly. On our way to—
It's crazy like how much effort Fortnite puts into all these storylines, and I feel like most people just don't even notice. At least for me personally, like I had no idea any of this was like even part of like anything, you know? I didn't even know the storyline was still like happening.
We set off the alarm, but instead of being swarmed by alien soldiers, the Chimera send their true army.
This is impossible. We thought it was gone for good.
The cube from all those years ago is back and begins annihilating the loopers. Now we're able to shut it down before more damage is done and return to the mission at hand, arming the bombs. With the clock ticking, Operation Skyfire was all but a success. But Dr. Sloan is terrified by this cube and doesn't want to risk it coming back to the island, so she betrays all of us and leaves us to die on the mothership. We don't go down easily though. The loopers work together to revive the cube, turning it bright blue and activating the elevator. As we head into the main chamber, everything is explained. The cube from all those years ago was gone for good. What Sloan failed to consider was that it was just one of thousands.
Yeah, I remember that.
Were just a decoy. This is the true army. And all the way at the back, their golden leader, the Cube Queen. But it's too late. The bombs detonate and the last reality is unleashed upon the island. Cubes are everywhere and the Queen is already beginning
Dude,
to
I didn't even know there was
attack,
teasers to that.
To the center of the island and uses them to create a gigantic pyramid. With this power, she'll be able to open a portal between the Fortnite island and the last reality's homeworld. We've already seen what a single cube could do. Imagine what happens when 100,000 arrive.
Yeah.
As usual, the Imaginotor doesn't even have a plan. But whenever the island has been in danger, they have refused to fix it. And I know this is the storyline explained, but I don't really got a reason for this. So with the IO once again ignoring the fact that reality is about to end, the island calls out to the Seven. Ever since we watched the Foundation fly into the water, the rest of the group have been putting together a plan to take down the cubes and the IO in one quick sweep. With the Queen's portal beginning to open, we catch a glimpse of the force she's about to unleash upon us.
This event was sick.
The Cube, we hold off their army for a few minutes, but not before witnessing one of the saddest deaths in the Fortnite storyline. We still miss you, buddy. Meanwhile, Agent Jones is about to have his mind wiped by Dr. Sloan and Gunner. While the rest of the world fights upstairs, these two want to teach Jones a lesson, and as they turn on the machine, they're ambushed by an old friend. The Foundation survived the explosion and has returned to free Jones. The rest of the Seven save the loopers on the surface as they make their way to the
so the Foundation
chamber.
isn't dead.
Here Jones turns off the gyroscope, rotating the island and taking the last reality by surprise. For the final phase of the plan, they make their way to the 0 point. The cubes had completely taken over the surface, but they would be safe here. Or so they thought. Yeah, caretakers apparently breathe underwater and were thrown into the ocean just in time to watch the island flip. The Cube Queen's portal closes and her army crashes into the ocean. We defeat her, but the Seven's battle is only half complete. For years, the Imaginotor has been fighting the Seven over control of the 0 point, but with the island flip, the Seven revealed their true location at the Sanctuary. Thanks to the Caretaker, their attack on the Imaginotor was cut short, leaving them vulnerable. It was time to prepare for the worst possible outcome. After years of tension, the Seven and the IO were finally about to go to war. Drills and earthquakes could be felt underneath the surface as Sloan prepared her counterattack. The Seven's biggest problem
I remember
was
the earthquakes.
If they wanted to defend themselves against the IO, they would need the paradigm. She was last seen flying the mech towards the Ice Moon, and it turns out that for 3 years she has been stranded there. As the Seven work on a plan to bring her home, the Imaginotor strike. They drill through the surface, quickly taking over the island and surrounding the Sanctuary. But thanks to the help of the Loopers, we fight back, recapturing key positions every single week. This is the last straw for Dr. Sloan. She is sick of the Seven and the Resistance and decides to just start all over again. So she goes to the Doomsday Division and asks them to create the Collider, a huge device that will destroy the loop and and everyone on the island. Over in the Ice Moon, the Seven finally regroup with the Paradigm. They can't allow Sloan to win, and their best shot at destroying the Collider was the mech. So with some repairs and upgrades, it's time for battle. After years of tension and months of fighting, the war between the IO and the Seven is finally about to end, and only one of them will survive. The mech launches from the Ice Moon, flying straight towards the island. We fight off the IO forces, blowing up tanks and slicing blimps.
I believe I missed this event.
Falling into Sloan's trap, we're left to
I never saw this
on foot. Just before Sloan could shoot Jones, the Paradigm delivers
That's
his one final blow.
Any last words, Jones?
Look out.
The Collider is destroyed, and the Imagined
That's
Order has
some
been
last
taken
words
down
for ya.
once and for all. There's only one score left to settle: Geno. Jones and the Foundation chase after him, and we begin a new chapter of the Fortnite storyline.
That was so sick. I'm gonna leave the actual video down in the description below if you guys want to check that one out. That was honestly mind-blowing, all in 10 minutes. That is crazy to me. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. So I'll see you guys in the next one.